why haven't more B2B marketers closed that sales and marketing loop, which is at our doorstep right now because of the growth of technology, and have taken advantage of those insights that come from that information? Why are we a step behind on that?
I think there's two reasons. One is culture and behavior. People are wedded to the ways in which they used to do things. To answer your previous question, I think we're still, as a B2B industry, still over-rotated on outbound marketing and much less focused on inbound. So I think that culture hasn't really changed yet. You're starting to see the elements of it now. The second piece as to why it's taken a while is that the software and the automation is just starting to come together. And it's the companies, the big software and search and web companies that have scaled data in a way that has never been done before. And so he's starting to bring data sets together that were impossible to bring together before. So, the constraints of the technology are starting to go away.
Have been removed.
Yeah,
Yep.
and we can start to ask those really interesting questions.
Teradata's in the data business, right? Why aren't closing that sales and marketing loop, Dave?
Yeah, I think one of the issues is, I'll put it on the cultural category as well, right? Which I think a lot of marketers, don't really understand the metrics they should be measuring themselves on. And sometimes that's maybe because they don't want to be measured on the tough metrics. I mean, what I mean by, even in my own organization, I'll see somebody say, well, we did a campaign and we made, over 100,000 tweets or 100,000 impressions, right? And I'll ask the question, well, where did that show up in terms of qualified leads or sales, whatever? And sometimes you get those blank stares coming back, right? So I think that is a cultural shift. It's not always easy to do the correlation between what we did and how it shows up in revenue, but you have to at least ask those questions and you have to dig. And to one of JP's previous points, a lot of times that takes data integration. People might answer that question by saying, well, I've only got this piece of information, I don't have that. Well, then it's our jobs to go get it, right? Because we'll never have a full seat at the table unless we can do that full set of connections and show how it shows up as revenue.
Show the closed loop to business outcomes. Jim,
Exactly.
why aren't we doing this?
Well, I think it's a mindset shift that needs to take place at the top of the house. So if you talk about B2B, a lot of it is high touch, high ticket, complex type selling activities, and those traditionally have been done by sales organizations. And as long as that continues to work, the mindset is we count on a sales organization to bring in the revenue, and it works until it doesn't.
Right.
And then when it doesn't is when the shift takes place. And I think in B2B, we're at various places along that path, and it really is that. And I think as sort of the younger generations get to more senior positions, you're going to see that that's just